incremental readings. We have seen so far about the reschedule. Now it's time to know the later today, which is kind of similar, but it's not the same thing. Let's dig into that. So instead of reschedule, what I will do is later today. So it happens to be that it's the same, Ctrl+J, but adding the shift modifier. I need the position. This number depends on your outstanding. Look at me, look at this. I have 33,000 something. So basically is where do you want? Do you remember the sorting criteria? This, I can bypass the sorting criteria and I can force that this will be the position 100. Here you go. But the interval stays the same. I only modified where in the queue is, but not the outstanding date and whatever. I'm not messing with the algorithm. Only on the order that this will be presented to me. And why is called later today? Because when I do the repetition, this appears when I click on learn. Is I don't want to do this now. I want to do this later today, not some other day. Today. So it's actually meant as a skip for now, later today. Not a skip. I want to bypass that and let me see today. Let me see another day if I do it. Not the same thing. Ctrl+Shift+J. And you put the number. And Ctrl+J actually modifies the interval. And when we haven't, so we covered that. Then let's dig a little further, because reschedule, you may have thought that is about postponing. So if the interval is 71 days, I will set a longer interval, right? What happens if it's the opposite? I shorten that interval. So instead of 71, I will want 50, let's say. But before that, the windows, do you see this? The element priority window. Interval remaining. I am already 27 days late. That's why it's negative. Because that became outstanding 27 days ago. Now, if I modify, instead of 71, I put 120 days. Yeah, it becomes 120. So perhaps I want to have a different interval, higher, but the remaining is something else, let's say in 10 days from now. That doesn't mean the interval is 10 days. Exactly, now it's 108. Is the difference between setting manually the interval, or relatively speaking, in how many days, right? Remember at the start of the video we said 21 days. Now there are only 10 days remaining, and so now this will be outstanding in the future. Today, not anymore already, this is not outstanding anymore because I have shifted the interval. It will be outstanding in 10 days, which is an interval equivalent of 108 days. I can still do Ctrl+J. I can reschedule that, and I could say 1 day. What's going to happen? It's tomorrow. So in that case is whatever the interval was, because it's not outstanding yet, shorten the interval of the date of the last repetition and tomorrow. Those are the days that happen. It was June 14th when I did the repetition, and I forced this to be my tomorrow because I have set 1 day. That is a very, very big difference. I hope it's clear enough. So I can set an interval from now on, put that many days. Or let me respect what's already there, because it's not outstanding, I can do that. What's already there, but shorten it. Perhaps I want to even increase it if I want. It's unlikely, because if it's not outstanding, it's unlikely that you will come across this element. Unless it's from a search, which could happen, but it will be rare. So this flow exists, but it's rare. Or you wait, you do the repetition, and once this shows up, I want to do this later. So I set an interval for the future. So it's outstanding, and it will be no longer outstanding because the interval has increased without making a repetition. Okay, so far we have seen reschedule and later today. There's still another one that is execute repetition, and it will have a different outcome. We will see this in the next video. See you in the next video.